fam, and welcome to another news update from Naija Newsmonger. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Happy New Year, fam. We made it. Happy 2025. Thank God for his mercies. Speaking of 2025, we bring you a few prophecies, starting with that of Pastor Adeboye, the GO of the RCCG, who predicted, among other things, that mockers would be louder and more aggressive in 2025. However, he said since the mockers refused to repent, God told him that many of them would not survive this year. In quote, it's unfortunate because God did not want the death of a sinner but to repent. But some people have made up their mind not to repent. Pastor Adeboye also prophesied in quote, Daddy said 2025 will be a landmark year, a year nobody will forget. The day someone has been waiting for will arrive this year. The wind that started blowing last year will continue to blow this year, but stronger. Earthly helpers would be replaced by heavenly helpers this year. And then the one about mockers. Mockers would be louder and more aggressive, but unfortunately, many of them will not survive the year. It's unfortunate because God did not want the death of a sinner, but to repent. But some people have made up their mind not to repent. Well, many hoped and prayed that Pastor Abel Damina was not one of the mockers in question, given his recent attack on Pastor Adeboye. Watch.
They have memorized their brain. You see, professors, they cannot process simple logic. Simple logic. That's why a professor will bring a comb to church and believe that by combing his hair, his problems are over.
Every obstruction to my destiny, bye-bye. 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 In the name that's above every other name, problems, bye-bye. Sorrow, bye-bye. Helplessness, bye-bye. Progress, ìlọsíwájú, prosperity, ìṣerere, joy, health, ìlera. Just go ahead, tẹ̀síwájú. Comfort.
Pastor Damina was also in the news recently when he declared that smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol are not sins. Quoting the pastor, I've told you alcohol is not a sin. I've told you cigar is not a sin, in quote. If you like, put it on newspaper headlines. I said it. Speaking during his New Year's Eve sermon last Tuesday, Damina argued that these acts are often misrepresented as sinful when they are not inherently so. Fam, over to your general 2025 enjoyment. Pastor Adeboye also seized the opportunity of his New Year address to his congregation to dismiss those viral images of him dressed as a Muslim online and as being in the holy land of Mecca in Saudi Arabia. Meanwhile, a renowned Ghanaian prophet, Fire Oja, dropped his own prophecies, including the one saying top musicians and one of their presidents will be buried this year. Fire Oja's predictions did not stop there. He also foresees challenges for fast-rising Ghanaian musician Black Sheriff. According to the prophet, Black Sheriff will struggle to produce a hit song in 2025, citing that the musician's tongue has been removed and replaced. Ogbeleo. The cryptic message has left many questioning its meaning and implications for Black Sheriff's music career.
Prophecy, fresh prophecy is dropping. The best year presidents, a prophet is going to be buried. Move on to Muslim. Put that in mind. Whether a certain president or a past president. 2025. 2025. Sitting president or a past president? Maybe I'm a son come here on the first. Maybe I'm the master, but it's a man penny way. You would hear. A certain president is gone.
Speaking of Ghana news, the ADC to the president collapsed during his final State of the Nation address to Parliament, as seen in the video showing. A dramatic scene also unfolded there when First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo confronted Deputy Minority Leader Honorable Emmanuel Arma Kofi Bua over his scathing remarks about her husband. She was reported to have fought him for speaking in quote anyhow to the president. The confrontation occurred as the First Lady was leaving the Parliament chamber, where the president had delivered his final State of the Nation address. Honorable Emmanuel Arma Kofi Bua's speech, which criticized the president's report, had apparently not gone down well with Mrs. Akufo-Addo, who saw it as a personal attack on her husband. Amongst other remarks, Bua said President Akufo-Addo's 8 years in office was clear evidence of his inability to govern the nation effectively. He further claimed that the president's poor performance was resoundingly reflected in the December elections. Of course, you know he lost to John Mahama, if I got the name right. Now watch the video.
To thank His Excellency the President for the message on the state of the nation that he has just delivered. Mr. Speaker, I need to remind you that the people of Ghana have already given their verdict on the true state of the nation. And that verdict was very, very clear. Economic hardship, huge debt overhang, high youth unemployment, hopelessness, and more. We have come to the end of the road for what has been undoubtedly the worst government under the Fourth Republic. Honourable Speaker, this abysmal record was confirmed on December 7th when the people of Ghana returned the most overwhelming and emphatic vote of rejection of any government ever witnessed under the Fourth Republic. Mr. President, you will be remembered as the first president who was cushioned by the IMF when you began, and you are still being cushioned at the end of your term. Mr. President, you left something very important in your account. You left out an account of your promise to God to build him a cathedral. But Mr. President, Mr. President, I will leave that for you, between you and your God. Mr. President, let me remind His Excellency, Honourable Speaker, that his tenure in office will remain a timely reminder of how not to govern the country.
The First Lady, visibly upset, confronted him, telling him not to use such language against her husband again. The situation was eventually diffused when a gentleman intervened and escorted the First Lady away as she muttered her disapproval of the proceedings. As I said, Akufo-Addo was beaten in the last presidential elections by John Mahama, who wasted no time in disclosing that he considered Nigeria his second home, as he had once lived in Offa with his stepmother, and he was also given the title of Are Atolashi of Offa Kingdom. Watch the video.
Let me clear a few things first. One, about my Nigerian antecedents. My stepmother is Nigerian, who raised me. She comes from Offa in Kwara State. And so what Kayode was explaining was that at a point in time when there had been a coup in Ghana, my father lived in exile here in Nigeria, and I had to come and stay with my stepmother for many years in Offa. So I know Offa quite well, and I consider that my hometown here in Nigeria. And the Olofa of Offa was very gracious to grant me a chieftaincy title. And so for those of you who don't know, I'm the Are Atolashi of Offa Kingdom. And he told a story about our intervention.
Now, our one and only Omoita Agbalagba, Charlie Boy, is searching for a husband for his daughter. And he wrote on social media, in quote, "To whom it may concern, I dey take style look for a husband for this my princess. Requirements: pepper must rest for your hand. The day you raise your hand on my princess is the day I'll beat the shit out of you. Must be ready to continuously pet her, cause none of my pikin must be stressed. Respect begets respect. We are Oputas and we are not ordinary people, so prepare well. Are you a fam for the eligible bachelors in the house? For those who are interested, your first assignment is to figure out who the prospective bride is in this picture. At least if you are going to ask for somebody's hand in marriage, you must know what the person looks like now, Abi. Because for me, I can't tell the difference. So I don't know who is Charlie boy. I don't know who is our princess. But if you want to marry, you must check out the difference. Moving on, you must have heard the unfortunate story of the Reverend Father Joseph Enyinaya, the Catholic priest who allegedly shot a teenage boy to buy after the boy threw knockouts inside the church during the crossover mass held at St. Columba's Catholic Church in Amaimo, Ikedu local government area of Imo State. Of course, we all know that he's been arrested by the Imo State Police Command, but the question on everybody's lips is why? Comments have included the kidnap of several Catholic priests and the general state of insecurity. Honestly, in my opinion, you can refer to both of them as collateral damage from the general state of insecurity in Nigeria. I'm sure the Catholic Church will rally behind their own, but this is such an unfortunate incident. May the departed soul rest in peace. Minute. On entertainment news, Ibadan people still a para for Portable, to the extent that he wasn't able to perform at a show he was lined up for. The show promoters confirmed that the main reason for his no-show was tied to security, as apparently àwọn ará Aláyípo, they were lying in wait for Omolalomi to show up. They had planned to decorate his body for him for that his POPDs. Portable, being who he is, twisted the story, saying he never left Lagos for Ibadan because the money paid, 1M according to him, was too small. Watch.
Mo gbọ́ pé fẹ́ sẹ́ẹ̀tì mi ọ̀pù ẹnu pọ̀ gàgàgà mẹ́nìyàn lálẹ́ máa mú ẹnu yín pọ̀ rẹ bá tún wá rí wa ẹ máa rẹ́rìn ni ẹ máa dáwó. Wàá mọ̀ kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ó rẹ̀mí ara mi ò yá number 1. Tùwójú pé ṣíkí ṣe jì lọ́tẹ̀ ìwà tí máníjà mi tí mo máa padà observe àṣé owó tá a wá gbà ó wọlé ó pọ̀ owó tó wọlé pọ̀ tó gba tí máa padà discover pé owó tọ́tẹ̀ àṣé ṣíkí ṣe jì eyín kan lọ́tẹ̀ kí lè yín kan eyín kò lè ra kílísì. Ẹ jáwọ́ káwọn ọmọ ta fẹ́ wá báyìí síbí pọ̀ jù láàrin wọn àjẹgbíjẹ karahun pipu ṣé ká wà ní àwọn èèyàn kan máa lù mí kọ́ wá pa mí bá ṣe pa Jésù ṣó dáa kọ́ so mímọ́ lẹ̀ kọ́ lẹ́mìí ló kò pa bá ṣe pa Jésù àwọn fáǹsì Jésù náà lọ pa o ẹ wò ó fẹ́ tọ́ mi lọ pa o mi ò yá lọ wọ́n fún mi ní sí kí n ṣe ìdíwọ́ tí ó lè ra kílísì wọ́n ní kí wá fi fèsì ogun owó tí ò kóra kan náà.
Now, there was another video where he also claimed he knew they were planning for him.
Ẹ̀yin fáǹsì mi 2025 slogan dey for who dey for you. I no go where they no love me. Ó sọnù lápá bẹ́ẹ̀ náà. No go where they no love you. Má jókòó síbi tí wọ́n ti fẹ́ràn ẹ o. Ìkà ló ń sọ̀rọ̀, ìkà talk, ìkà understand. Ó yẹ jẹ́ ń gbé yín débẹ̀ orin kan, wọ́n tún ti gbé wá. Àwọn áńgẹ́lì tó máa ń gbé wá yẹn wọ́n tún ti gbórin yẹn wá máa gbọ́ o. Ìbàdàn ló mọ ọmọ láìpò pàlàjágá yíwá tí ẹ mẹ́po eyín kan kò lè ra kírísì.
Meanwhile, he also apologized to Ará Ìbàdàn. Hey, watch.
Ẹ̀yin fáǹsì mi bóyá kẹ́ má bínú o. Táyé kọ́rẹ́nsì wọ́n ti tẹ̀wọ́ wọ́n ní pé àwọn fẹ́ ṣe kọ́nsáàtì wípé mo dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ wà níbẹ̀. Ṣàǹgbọ́ Táyé kọ́rẹ́nsì àgbà o Fuji musician wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe kọ́nsáàtì wọn nìbàdàn. Ẹ̀yin fáǹsì mi nìbàdàn bóyá kẹ́ má bínú ẹ dáríjì mí lọ́rọ̀ tó ní pop yẹn ṣẹ̀ṣì ń bínú ni ẹ̀yin náà lẹ́ni mí ọmọ Ìbàdàn náà ni mí ẹ ṣàánú mi ẹ fojú àánú wò mí ẹ dọ́ṣẹ́ àṣírí bò mí ẹ dà mí mọ́mọ́tọ́ gbogbo Ìbàdàn ẹ jọ Táyé kọ́rẹ́nsì ti tẹ̀wọ́ owó dẹ̀ ṣe dá padà o lọ́kàn ní kí sẹ́dá.
So which one will we believe now, Portable? Eh? We've known you as Babati, the troublemaker, all over the world, but not as a liar. So do you want to add liar to your title? No? Because both explanations, or all three explanations, cannot be true. So please come out and let us know which one is which. In the meantime, stay away from Arabadon. Because some of us derive joy from watching you. Moving on, recall we brought a loved up video of Aunty Ramota and Lande late last year. Aunty Ramota is now singing a new tune. No? She said she's not Lande's wife. In fact, she said she doesn't want to be Lande's third wife. Hey, in fact, meanwhile, some people had already used that loved up video as a point of contact.
As in?
Anyway, watch the video.
Mom.
Is Lande not a good husband?
No.
He's not a good husband?
No.
But he said he loves you.
I know. Only I would say.
And you don't want to be a second wife?
No, only second wife to be.
Recall they did a mock wedding last year, leading their fans to believe they were onto something. However, Aunty Ramota has come out to burst the bubble. She said there's nothing to see here. Anyway, let's watch the drama unfold now over the next 9 months. At least if they tell us they're expecting a baby, that baby, it must come out now. Well, fam, we've come to the end of today's update. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Happy New Year once again, and wishing you the very best of 2025.